Yesterday, upon the stairs, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. How I wish he'd go away. Prepare your ears for some weird candy.
Hey, what's up, my fellow weirdos? Happy Tuesday to you. I hope the butthole of the work week isn't kicking you too hard. Welcome to Weird Candy. My name is Chris, and with me, as always, is Chuck.
Chuck!
What's up, Chuck?
Woo!
What's
up,
That
bud?
fan club is getting bigger.
I know, it is.
And
It's
pretty soon,
definitely-
you're going to have to buy a minivan.
Oh, I have to drive my fan club around?
Well, they'll drive you, but I mean, you got to have
that's
enough
nice.
room for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
Ooh.
maybe somebody else would supply the
maybe
transportation.
somebody has a hearse.
That would be great.
Yeah, I only bring that up because somebody had a birthday here recently. Happy birthday, buddy! He's officially he's a big girl now.
I'm a big girl now. Thanks. Yes.
How old are you now?
I'm 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Barely legal.
Barely
Wait a minute.
legal.
No, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Aren't you like 56?
40.
40.
Yeah, 40.
40. I was close.
Still younger than you, buddy.
Age and wisdom. Shut up.
You know, I found the first gray pubic hair yesterday, so...
Yeah, but that was in your sandwich.
You're right. And you made me that sandwich. It was so weird.
Awkward. How's everything been going, man?
Oh, pretty good. I mean, I don't really, again, this week, I don't have a whole lot to say, you know?
Right, man. Just been playing golf.
Playing golf. Oh, now that I'm old, I play golf, you know.
Parcheesi.
Yeah. Backgammon.
Hey, fuck you. I like backgammon.
I don't even know how to play.
Oh, okay. Well, so we're going to take a quick break while I teach him how to play backgammon. And-
Right. Shuffleboard.
Right. I did notice that you got those platform shoes out.
Yeah. You know, I now qualify for the
AARP
discount.
at the disco club. I hear you. I've had it for a little while now.
Nice. I feel established in the world.
Right.
We're just going to talk about how old I'm getting this episode. So
I just want to say happy birthday. Hey, guys, flood the fucking Facebook page, Weird Candy Podcast at Facebook, and send some fucking emails. Flood the Facebook page with like gifts, like of old
yeah,
people doing things.
if you don't send me birthday love, I'm seriously going to cry. And the next episode is just going to be me crying.
Right, it's gonna be the mystery of why is Chuck crying.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit. Well, you got anything else, buddy?
No, I think that's it, man. Yeah.
It is like 2:30. That's dinner time for you old people. Isn't
It's
it?
getting close to my bedtime. Yeah, definitely.
You gotta get dinner and bed. Oh man, so many things to do at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So I think we should get started then. Yeah, because other than turning older, I really don't have anything to say.
Sounds good, brother. Fuck it, guys. Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
I feel like I've made it absolutely clear many, many times that I can't fucking stand it when something bad happens to kids. In my opinion, as adults, we usually bring whatever kind of terrible, shit onto ourselves, no matter the situation, but not always. I'm just making that clear. Not always. Sometimes shit just fucking happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, usually when you're a kid, it's just because you don't know. If something terrible happens, like it's because you don't know better.
Yeah, ignorance and circumstance.
When you're an adult and stupid shit happens to you, I mean, that's just
usually if you're capable of doing a little introspection, you're like, oh yeah, I did. Kind of walk
that's where I went.
Exactly. But for kids, like, man, it just.
I know.
I hate it, dude. I hate
You're
it.
You're going to have to press on anyway.
But, it's not always our fault. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, all right.
Now, sometimes it's easy to get so caught up in the primitive paternal pattern of protect at all costs.
Wow, such alliteration.
Well, what can I say?
It's like one of those old B-movie posters. Like, primordial... I don't know. But you know where?
No, I don't. Continue.
I have to continue.
Yes. Continue.
The prehistoric prison of primordial poison.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah. You know how it is. They always said, like, apocalyptic anarchy in Arizona.
Anal chick. Wait, no, that's
That's a
wrong
different
browser tab. My bad, guys.
That is a
God damn
different
it.
genre of movie.
It's been a
buddy.
while. I've been doing really good with having not having that pulled up. But
Yeah.
I dropped the ball today.
Yeah,
or
you did.
Maybe she dropped. Well, moving on. Anyway, we get so caught up, that I think we forget that every once in a while the threat just might be the one thing that we are putting our own lives at risk for. History is full of tons of stories of children that have committed the most heinous crimes that anyone has ever heard of. How about the time the two boys horrifically murdered a young boy that was only 2 years old? 2 fucking
That's
years
horrible,
old. And they were
dude.
like 9 and 10 years old, or 10 or 11 years old.
And you hear these stories. I remember hearing one back in the mid 90s that these very young teenage girls, they basically this whole like vampire cult thing and murdered one of their friends.
Oh, and then there was the girls that they tried to murder one of their friends as an offering to Slender Man.
I heard about that too.
Like,
Yeah, that was fucked up. Slender Man, I mean, that's not even real.
Right. Well, while these types of stories, they may be the minority, it does happen. What if one night you pull into a parking lot, you pull your phone out to check the rest of your route, you're out there delivering pizza, or you're doing DoorDash, or who knows, whatever. Maybe you're a truck driver, or you're going to somebody's house you've never been to. You're like, okay, I'm going to go up here and make a left, you're thinking of nothing more than finding the quickest route to your destination, and you get a chill up your spine. As you look around, you see 2 kids approaching your vehicle. As they get closer, instead of having that instinct kick in, like, oh, protect, like, oh man, why are these kids out here by themselves
in the middle of the night? Yeah.
Instead of that instinct, you get one of the worst feelings that you've ever had. Every single fiber of your being is telling you to put it in drive and get the fuck out of there. But for some reason, you just sit there and wait as they approach your window. As you look out and finally get a good view of who exactly is coming to talk to you, it hits you. These kids fucking love disco.
They do. They have glittery pants and platform shoes.
I'm just kidding. You realize that you're definitely in the midst of black-eyed children.
That's horrifying.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now, this is the kind of topic that I find it to be really, really fun to research this shit,
This is one of my favorites, by the way. Yeah, definitely. I love this one.
And at first I kept coming across like all of the typical stories, like Chad from Random Town, USA says that he was coming out of a rest area bathroom when 2 black-eyed kids asked him if he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Or like, Sheila from Averageville, USA claims 3 black-eyed kids asked me for a pack of my Salems, and I said, hells no.
You're not getting my Salems.
It was pretty good, right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
You were convinced, weren't you?
Yeah, I definitely was. I thought, what the hell happened to Chris?
Sheila came in for a minute. Yeah. What the fuck?
I think everybody named Sheila smokes Salems.
We're just going to assume that, at least for this episode, and then we'll go back to not stereotyping anyone. Yeah. Now, these are the basic reports you get anytime you dig into paranormal accounts. It's always some kind of like vague, ignorant shit. There's always wackos that are like, I want my name in the paper, or I want to look my name in the paper, chap. Whatever. It's like, but no matter who is telling or relating these experiences, the details are almost always the same. They're always described the same way, like pitch black eyes, pale chalky white skin. There are almost always at least 2 of these, quote, kids, and they always want the same thing, to be let into an enclosed space with whatever poor bastard they've decided to target, whether that space be a car or the person's home. Now, I've brought this up before on earlier episodes. This shit is fucking horrifying to me,
It is. Like, when somebody has to be invited in.
Yeah. Well, and it's like your house is supposed to be one of those places that you walk in after a long day of whatever the hell you were doing. You shake off all the stress, and you finally feel safe and relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where you should just be able to let your guard down and just breathe a sigh of relief and just
yeah, grab a beer, smoke a little weed.
Right? Smoke a little weed. Do a little coke, call in a couple hookers.
Those last 2 aren't so much relaxing as.
Oh shit! God, sorry, I got the wrong page pulled up. Hold on 1 second, and all right, and we're good. So the idea that these fucking devil kids are trying to destroy that comfort, that security, that just sends a fucking chill up my spine. Another common report is that animals always react at first with aggression, and then secondly with absolute terror. This feeling is also felt by the victims, but it's also kind of like accompanied by an overwhelming sense of dread. Most people seem to agree that the first report came from Abilene, Texas by a reporter named Brian Bethel. But as I was entering my 47th hour of research, I found some info that takes the legend back just a little further on the timeline. According to paranormal expert researcher Nick Redfern, and that's exactly how he titles himself, paranormal
expert researcher. Wouldn't it just seems like those words are in the wrong order. It's like, yeah, shouldn't it be expert paranormal researcher?
Or maybe paranormal, maybe expert kind of researcher, sort of. Maybe he just left out some adjectives. I don't know. Anyway, there's a centuries-old secret society called the Benedante that existed from the 16th century through the 17th century. That if one were to dig too far into, it would somehow summon the black-eyed kids. Now, while the original society was more about performing rituals that allowed their spirits to leave their bodies so that they could fight evil beings and stop them from ruining their crops, I wasn't able to find any fucking thing at all about our evil little tykes. I mean, and I looked. I fucking looked. Apparently, this dude, he puts it together like this. Nick, the super unstoppable getter of truth.
That's a better name.
I know. Dude should hire me. $20, bud. I got you. He claims that back in 2018, a nurse from Lincoln, Nebraska, had been researching the Benedante. Is it Benedante or Benedante?
I don't know. When you first said it, I thought banditti, like the Russian gangsters.
Oh,
banditti.
Wow. Well, I don't think she wears Adidas, so. I'm just saying.
Do all Russian gangsters wear Adidas?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just Run DMC.
Where do you think they got it from?
They
wanted to be. Oh my God. Have you ever read a book?
Oh. Yeah. But I had my little bear friend read it with me. You put the tape in the bag.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah,
fucking
see?
right. And he was all like, hey, you'll need to put the I don't know. Fuck it, dude. We're moving on.
You ever put a death metal cassette in your Teddy Ruxpin?
I haven't since I'm 42 years old.
Well, I mean, back when you were 7.
No, yeah, but you were doing this yesterday.
I found the Teddy Ruxpin. I found the Carcass cassette.
Found the Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah.
So you just, got it from beside your pillow?
Yes.
I got you. Hey, whatever keeps you comfortable. You see, Lisa had a fascination with the weirder side of history and decided that this group was perfect. After quite some time digging up dirt about this particular slice of nonsense, something crazy happened. One night in May of 2018, during the early morning hours, she claimed that she woke up and was unable to move. It was during this bout of sleep paralysis that she was visited by 3 black-eyed children. They just stood there staring at her for about 15 to 20 seconds, and then they vanished.
Isn't that normal for sleep paralysis? I mean, I think I'm the professional on sleep paralysis here. If you've heard our personal stories episode.
A couple things about this. Now, one, according to all reports, these little fuckers have to be invited in, and that's almost always what they demand.
Exactly.
That's
anything
that's
that has to be invited in, don't fucking invite it in.
Right. Second, the idea that they would appear in her bedroom and stand and stare at her and then just vanish like a fart in a car with the windows down, it just sounds fucking ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Third thing about this is that she supposedly only brought this up to Super Nick and no one else. Now, in my opinion, nothing about this sounds even remotely believable. I don't really believe it much. But come on, man. If you're going to try to convince me that black-eyed kids are a real thing, this shit happens. This is a secret society from fucking 400 years ago is connected, and this is what you bring me. I'm going to flick you right in the tip of your dick.
Wow.
I know. This shit hurts. Come on.
Yeah, this story is definitely weird. He posts up about his story, and then this person comes with their own story.
Right.
And the fact that it was about a sleep paralysis. I mean, everybody knows how sleep paralysis works.
Exactly, dude. I don't know. This one I'm just... Now, while our super honest and legit paranormal buddy may have, I don't know, shall we say, stretched the truth a bit, there is actually another legend that goes back an unknown amount of time. In the American Indian tribe of the Iroquois, there is a legend called Atkan, or Evil-Minded One. There's about a 99.99% chance that I'm pronouncing that wrong, but if you can find an elder of the tribe saying it, then you're a way better fucking researcher than I am, brother.
Yeah, you said 47 hours of research. I did about 15.
Dude, I looked and looked and looked, and I could not find an actual pronunciation of this it kind of irritated me, and then I realized, oh, I better move on.
I know how you are with your research, man. I mean, I join you for your research and take part in it, and I do a little of my own.
Absolutely.
But you're like a stickler to get in there and get the names and the times and the dates. Because, like you always say, you really do hate vague information. You hate it when it's a vague story.
Absolutely. You know, and I get it. Sometimes somebody wants to remain anonymous. Fine. But I still want to know, like,
when,
place,
where,
time. Like, you know, like, to me, that gives it a little validity. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. Shit just kind of drives me crazy. So anyway, those members of the Iroquois that lived in the Mohawk Valley believed that the Atkon was an evil entity that sometimes took the form of a reptilian humanoid. I knew it. Fucking lizard overlords. I told you they're real.
And they're not the same race as Lizard Man, so no, don't worry about that.
No.
Lizard Man is lizard and people.
I haven't heard anybody come down the stairs, so
No.
I think we're good. You know, I guess I'm gonna have to send him a text.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of taking it easy, you know.
Right. Well,
do his own thing.
He might be multi.
That I haven't asked him, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to him soon, guys. Don't worry.
He's only been to one band practice so far. You know, right? Remember?
Right. Like, so how's the band going, by the way?
Oh, it's pretty good. Like I said, well, we don't have a drummer this week because he's off doing his own thing.
Right.
But speaking of molting, you know, he did have like flaky skin the last time he was there. So
it is winter, though.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I have flaky skin.
Maybe you're half lizard
overlord. Anyway, moving.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Legend says that the Atkon was always trying to sleep with their women. Sometimes he would manifest himself into what appeared to be a man, mostly, and he would put on some Barry White, and they would get it on.
Hell yeah.
Right? Well,
when you're a timeless demon, you can get music from the future.
Right? Oh, yeah. Duh. Everybody knows that. The women are like, what is machine? And he's like, it's an MP3 player, baby. Don't worry about that. Let's knock some boots.
Some boots.
Boots, you taco. I don't know. That's probably fucking horrible to say. Anyway, shut up. Why are you goading me?
And then he can use phrases from any period too. You know, sayings from the 90s. You know.
See, this is why nobody likes you, Chuck.
Everybody. That's why my fan club is bigger than yours. I mean, your fan club couldn't even commute on a motorcycle.
After this round of hide the pickle and the roast beef, the woman almost always ended up pregnant. The, quote, child was allowed to be carried to term, but usually a day or two after it was born, the elders would sacrifice and burn it. However, some of these women would run away and give birth to these little demon babies and allow them to live. As they grew, they would have pitch black eyes and pale, chalky white skin. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it, buddy?
It does, and I think this is probably the truth.
I do too. Like, you know, I mean,
there's a whole society of the descendants from them, and they go out.
Well, think about it, dude.
Across
if
all
you're
America,
this like shape-shifting demon lizard overlord person, I mean, wouldn't you want to like go out and get some nookie?
What they're going out there like door to door, not salesmen, but you know, like
Avon calling.
No, it's more like the black-eyed children.
Mom, it's the Swan Man.
They pop in on your doorstep and they knock and they're like, "Can we tell you about our Lord and Savior Atkon?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait a minute. I'm interested. Let's talk. And the next thing you know, bam, you're pregnant.
Just a man pregnancy.
That's right. All right, buddy. With a little bit of history out of the way, what do you say we get into some of the first-hand accounts?
Yeah, let's do that.
Right,
definitely.
Cool.
We've got some pretty good ones that seem like could be legit, and then we got some pretty far-fetched things. We got some good material.
We're going to cover a little bit of ground here, guys.
Yeah.
So let's throw it out there. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
It seems like the first account, as far as like, you know, recent times, it happened in Virginia in 1950. Supposedly, a 16-year-old boy known only as Harold, he was walking home one afternoon when he saw another boy leaning against the fence. Now, I can totally see this in my head. Like, kid's got his jeans rolled up, white t-shirt with a pack of Lucky Strikes rolled up in his sleeve, and a black leather jacket slung over his other shoulder, you know, like, fuck yeah, bro, let's do this.
Yeah, the other kid's, like, in overalls and freckles on his face.
Chewing on a piece of straw.
Yeah, definely.
Hey, what you doing over there?
Sounds about right for me, yeah.
Kid, you want a Lucky Strike? I don't know why in my head this is way funnier than you guys probably think.
Right, yeah.
Anyway,
we're 12 years old. Well, we're not 12, but we have the sense of humor of 12-year-olds, so...
Exactly. Harold tried to speak to the boy, but got no response. So he said, fuck it, and turned to continue heading home. As he turned his back, the greaser said, I want to go to your house. You're going to walk me up to your house. At this point, Harry noticed that the kid's eyes were completely fucking black, which freaked him right the fuck out. And Harry said that, his only thought was to turn and run all the way home. And then out of nowhere, the boy said, "No, don't you run away from me. You're going to walk me to your house." And that's when Harry noped the fuck out of there and ran his ass all the way home. Now, he claimed that as he was fleeing for his life, he heard a scream that sounded eerily like a bobcat.
He ran home, he tells his parents, and I don't know, I mean, I would do something.
And he talked funny to me, and then he wanted me to take him home, and I said, "No, that ain't very Christian." And then he squealed like a bobcat, and I run all the way home, Daddy. Harry's dad, actually, both his parents believed him, so his dad grabbed a gun and went to look for this little fucker, but could find no trace of him.
You know what I say, though? Like, even if I don't believe
chicken chimichanga.
No, those are tasty, but
I thought I was supposed to guess. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What I say is, even if I don't believe what the kid says, I want to support what the kid says, so I go out and look anyway.
Well, sure, as a father.
Yeah.
And again, that parental instinct.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we're going to fast forward. In January of 1998, our reporter friend, Brian Bethel, posted a story to his blog. And now, I couldn't find the name of his blog, but I'm sure it was something, like, extremely witty, like, "If Brian is lying, then he's dying."
That's a good one,
or
yeah.
some shit like that.
Yeah.
What do you got, man? What do you think it was called?
Brian on his back. No, Brian on the bottom. Brian up front.
Okay.
In the back seat with Brian.
Brian's back door. Now, he claimed that one night in either the spring or summer, and again, this sounds legit already, right? Like, it was either spring or summer.
It was spring or fall. One of those.
In 1996, he was driving to his internet service provider to put a check in the drop box. As he got closer, he stopped in front of the Dollar Theater to use the light of the marquee so he could see to fill in the check. Now, why the fuck he's going to leave his house, drive down to put this check in this drop box, and then be like, "I forgot to fill out my check."
You definitely fill out the checks before you leave the house.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
should already be in an envelope, right?
He didn't want to lose the already filled out check and somebody else cash
like,
it.
"Well, my name's internet service provider. I can cash this check."
Right, yeah.
Oh my God. While he was sitting there, two boys that looked to be between 9 and 12 years old, they knocked on the driver's side window. He said that one of the boys was a, quote, "somewhat suave, olive-skinned, curly-headed young man," and that the other was, quote, "a red-headed, pale-skinned, freckled young man." Well, if he's a ginger, we already know he doesn't have a soul.
No, yeah, you don't even have to have black eyes to be soulless. I mean, either black eyes or red hair, either one.
I think I read that wrong. "Was somewhat suave, olive-skinned, curly-headed young man." And the other one, red-headed, pale-skinned, freckled little bastard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And apparently they were both wearing hoodies. And I mean, fuck, if he was a ginger, he already didn't have a soul, so it's not a stretch for him to be a black-eyed kid, right?
Right. Maybe he actually recruited the other kid. You got your soulless ginger. He's like, "Be a black-eyed kid with me."
God, now the fucking gingers are recruiting an army.
Yeah.
We're all fucked.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, we
That's
are.
what that means. Hey, anybody who's listening, send help.
Send help.
Help! They said that they came to watch the new Mortal Kombat movie, which I saw in the fucking theater, and at the time it was awesome, and I've watched it since, and yeah, not so much.
Not so much, yeah. Some of those old movies are like that, though, man. I thought Spawn was awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. But so anyway, they came to watch the new Mortal Kombat, but they had forgotten their money at home, and they needed a ride to get it, and then a ride back. Brian said that for some reason he was consumed by an irrational fear. The two boys kept trying to reassure him by saying things like, "Oh, come on, it won't take long, and we're just two little kids. It's not like we have a gun or anything." Dude, that's like the fucking telltale sign of do not trust.
We don't have a gun.
Right.
Even if they didn't have black eyes, if you tell me you don't have a gun, I'm like,
you have a gun.
Yeah, maybe you have a gun.
No, you have a gun. But if you have black eyes, then yeah, you don't have a gun. But come on, what the fuck? At this point, Bri realized that his hand was subconsciously reaching for the handle. As he broke his gaze, he said that it was at this point that he noticed that both of the kids had pitch black eyes that he described as, quote, The sort of eyes one sees these days on aliens or bargain basement vampires on late night television. Soul. Stop it, I was in character.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Soulless orbs like two great swaths of starless night. This motherfucker turned into Shakespeare.
Right? All of a sudden, he's writing Anne Rice novels.
Exactly. Like, I'm Lestat. I mean, Brian. Brian Bethel, I'm not Lestat. Now, our hero threw his car into gear and sped off down the road. He said that when he looked in the mirror, the pier had disappeared.
The pier had disappeared.
I was reading ahead. Shut up. Anyway, when he looked in the mirror, the kids had fucking vanished.
Yeah.
They were gone.
They were just gone. Yeah. That's what they do.
Right.
Creepy ass kids, man.
Right. Now, this next one, this is one of your favorites, isn't it, buddy?
It is. I'm going to tell this one. I love this one. This is great. Perfect story. This is a great story right here. Okay, so this was in January 2015.
Okay, so recent.
In a rural town in Vermont.
Okay, what
Vermont,
town?
Beautiful country. No, it was vague on what town. It's just a rural town in Vermont.
I fucking love.
What the hell was that noise? Did you guys hear that? I don't know if it picked up on the recording, but
yeah, I don't know, but it sounded like cowbell.
Yeah, cowbell ghost.
Well, that's my favorite ghost.
Yeah, it is. All right, so back to the story. A rural town, Vermont, January 2015.
Okay, gotcha.
A middle-aged lady was awoken around 2 a.m. by a banging on her front door.
Yeah, she was. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong tab open.
Damn it, banging on the front door, is that your favorite now?
Yeah, you got to explore your options.
Wasn't the banging on the back door?
Sometimes.
So, thinking that someone had probably skidded off the road, she went down to check things out.
Now, what? Why would they have skidded off the road?
Because it was January in Vermont,
and they were in the middle of a huge blizzard.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you researched this like you knew that there was a blizzard in January.
I actually, like, whenever I was looking into like all these other stories and stuff. I did see this story, but I knew that you really liked this one. But like, I saw it and I was like, well, what was going on in January, 2015? And like, oh, it just so happens they were having like one of their biggest blizzards of the season.
Really?
Yes.
See, that's great.
It dumped like 3 fucking feet of snow.
That's a lot of snow. I'm not leaving my house with 3 feet of snow.
Right. So it kind of makes sense why she was like, oh, shit.
So she definitely thought somebody had had an accident. I think that she said it had happened before.
Right, yes.
Like somebody had an accident before.
And like it actually happened fairly because they did live out in the country and everything. Right.
Yeah.
So it was kind of common. I mean, it wasn't common for people to come to their house particularly,
but have accidents in the area
and stuff. They were out in the middle of nowhere and stuff. So if somebody was to slide off a road, they might see a driveway and be like, okay, I'm heading to that house.
Yeah. Or
it makes
some
sense.
kind of lighting or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it does make sense.
Definitely. Okay, so she thought that somebody had skidded off the road, so she went down to check this out, see who was outside of her door.
Sure.
As she approached the door, for reasons that she can't explain, she felt very uneasy. So she went back upstairs, she woke her husband up. He came downstairs and opened the door. To both of their surprise, it was a birthday party.
Oh, birthday party! Oh my gosh, it was probably your birthday party.
It was, yeah.
Chuck!
No, all right, honestly, to their surprise, there were 2 small children standing there,
like
in the snow, in the middle of the night, early morning in Vermont. There were 2 small children there, a boy and a girl that looked around 8 years old.
The fuck out of here, dude! No fucking way. No, you know what? Yeah, see ya.
Yeah,
good luck.
Get out of here.
Hey, you survived this long.
You definitely weren't driving around the back roads and got in an accident.
We were having some brews, What's up, baby?
So they were dressed in clothes that looked like they were from another time.
Did I forget to tell you? I think the pins are sexy. That's what
the pins are sexy.
That's what they told the lady. She's old,
middle-aged.
Moving on.
Do you also wear depends? Anyway, all right. So these 8-year-old kids.
Yeah.
You see, you always get me to have to go back like a few words every time. So they were dressed in clothes from a different time and absolutely not suitable for blizzard weather in Vermont. In the middle of January.
Hold on.
What
were they wearing? Like
Umbro shorts?
I was saying, you built a time machine out of a DeLorean? Come on, dude. And ask your parents.
So She goes on to say that she thought they were Mennonites.
Okay.
Now, Mennonites are similar to Amish.
Right. Okay,
You know,
gotcha. Yeah, like very, very
And maybe
strict
that's
religion,
why-
like, electricity, like all modern amenities are the devil,
Yeah, and maybe that's why they were wearing clothes from a different time
Sure.
period.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
So her first instinct was to invite them in and warm them up.
Okay,
Get them
right,
out of
yeah,
the
of course.
cold. These poor
Parental
kids.
instinct. Parental
Always.
instinct. We started
That's why
with
they
that.
prey
Yes.
on your parental instinct.
Oh, fucking
God.
dude, that's what makes it so good.
So, but very quickly, that feeling was replaced by fear and trepidation.
Hey, good job, buddy. You must have been borrowing my thesaurus, huh?
I was. No, again, you keep leaving it in the bathroom.
Well, I mean, what better place?
Hey, I think people are going to get tired of us talking about thesauruses in the bathroom.
No, people are going to start buying their own thesaurus.
Bathroom thesaurus.
Exactly.
I'm going to write a thesaurus.
Like, how many people want to read the back of a shampoo bottle? Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't normally read anything in the bathroom for real, but no, let's move on. So, very quickly, that feeling was replaced by fear and trepidation.
Again.
She asked them where their parents were, and the two responded, "They'll be here soon."
Hey, wait, how the fuck do you know they know where you're at?
That's horrifying. Yeah, exactly.
Get the fuck out of here. No,
They had-
you know what? Hey, right here, I'm gonna fucking take my foot and I'm gonna draw it way back behind me and I'm gonna kick these little fuckers really fucking hard in their chest and I'm gonna win Tom Brady another Super Bowl. That's how hard I'm gonna
Wow.
kick him.
You need a Super Bowl ring?
No, dude, I don't even care for Tom Brady. I don't care for the Bucks. They're not my team. But come on, let's just be real here. What the fuck, dude? These motherfuckers are getting punted.
It's freaky, man. It's very freaky. All right, so we got off on that tangent about the sports.
Well, and I think at this point, if I'm not mistaken, like, didn't they fucking just like go with it?
So the kid said they'll be here soon. So going against the gut feelings, they let the kids into their home.
Right? Yeah. They just
Like,
went
we don't want to do this, but
right. It's like
yeah,
everything
they're-
inside of telling them no, like fuck these kids, but at the same time they're like, all right, let them in. Fuck
Right.
it. Now,
So-
this was 2015, so maybe they did have cell phones. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And maybe that's
maybe
kind of
they
the
would
assumption
believe
they were
that the
making.
kids
Yeah.
had called their parents already.
Like, hey, this is the address on the mailbox, and we're gonna go up to the house. Can you come pick us up?
Right.
Makes sense. I get that.
As she went into the kitchen to make them some cocoa, she
Yeah.
noticed that the cats, which were normally curious and friendly to strangers, were nowhere to be seen.
Oh, did they eat them?
No, they were hiding it.
My bad. Sorry. Continue.
So,
Some people like eating pussycats.
damn, dude, we're getting off on. Damn it!
Yeah, we are.
Oh
my God.
This episode's one for the books.
Yeah, they
All right, so all the cats were nowhere to be seen except for one named Pigeon.
Dude, who names a cat Pigeon?
This lady.
Okay.
So Pigeon was sitting with its hair raised and was hissing at these evil little fuckers.
I'll bet it was, dude.
So as she came
No, wait,
back,
wait. At this point, they don't even know like what they're dealing with, right?
right, they
Okay,
hadn't
gotcha,
realized
gotcha.
anything at this point.
Right.
So as she comes back into the living room, her husband was sitting in his chair with his hand over his head.
Okay.
He said that he had started to feel dizzy and just overall didn't feel well.
Well, yeah, he just got woken up in the middle of the fucking night by
Right,
two
like-
little fuckheads.
These damn kids coming into my house.
Goddamn crotch goblins should be out there shoveling the snow.
They should put their asses to work.
Right, come
Go
on,
shovel the snow
Make them
until
earn
you-
that cocoa.
Yeah. So this is when she noticed that both of their eyes were pitch
Oh,
black.
see, now you're fucked. It's
And they're
over.
already in the house.
Yep, you're
So-
fucked.
She went to hand them the cocoa. They both, in unison, asked to use the bathroom.
Now, wasn't this a boy and a girl?
I do believe it was.
And they're just gonna help each other. Like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
no,
Oh, we're just gonna go to I'm going to the bathroom with my sister.
that's absolutely normal human being things to do. What the fuck, dude?
So,
Oh my gosh.
while they were in the bathroom, the husband mysteriously started having a rather severe nosebleed.
Wow.
When she went to get a rag for him, the lights went out.
Bum bum bum.
As the lights came back on, she saw those two little shits. As the lights came back on, she saw those two little shits standing together at the end of the hall, motionless, just staring at her.
Wow.
Yeah. Suddenly they broke the silence and said, "Our parents are here." That's
Really?
their quote. Our parents are here.
Like, how the fuck would they know that?
I don't know.
again,
Cell phones.
Cell phones. Ah, so it's not like they were like, telepathically communicating with their evil lizard
alien
overlords.
lizard parent units.
Son of a bitch.
So they said, our parents are here, and they walked over and let themselves out.
Oh, they're just like, all right, peace, thanks.
Peace, I'm out. Just walk out the
Appreciate-
door. They didn't even
Appreciate you
close the
letting me
door
eat your
behind
cat.
them.
Fuckers.
Like, what are you, born in a barn? I'd have been yelling at those
Oh,
kids.
black eyes, dude. They might have been.
So, as she went to close the door behind them, she saw two tall men dressed in suits standing next to a black car.
What kind of a black car?
A Lincoln Continental.
It was probably a Prius.
It wasn't a Lincoln Continental.
It was a Prius.
It didn't specify.
It was probably
Again,
a Prius.
vague facts.
I love it. That's
The
my
four of
favorite.
them got in and they drove off.
Well, anticlimactic.
Hey,
I'm
man.
just gonna say, like, I was expecting, like, they're like, oh, the kids are in the house, pitch black eyes. They go to the bathroom, lights go out, husband's nose bleeding, he doesn't feel good, and they leave. Like, what the fuck?
The climax is to come.
Yeah, those are synonymous. I appreciate you pointing that out for our listeners, but I think they probably know that climaxing is to come. Yes.
Okay, so over the next few months.
C-O-M-E. Ah, my
Yeah.
bad.
Over the next
Gotcha.
few months, her husband was diagnosed with an extremely aggressive form of skin cancer.
Oh, that sucks.
She also claimed that she had started having severe nosebleeds herself, just
wow.
almost immediately after the encounter.
That sucks again.
She also said that weeks after the strange visitors came, they found their cat Pigeon lying in a pool of blood, dead.
Well, I would hope it's not lying in a pool of blood like swimming. That'd be fucking weird. It's like, well, we found our cat Pigeon. It was in a pool of blood and
Just
it was
doing
doing a
laps.
backstroke. Like, well, that's fucking weird. I mean, rest in peace. I'll do the little cross thing or whatever. Fucking, bless the cat or whatever. But fucking, dude, that would have been weird if that motherfucker was like
Just doing laps?
literally swimming in a pool of blood. Like, meow, meow. Like, no, you're out, dude. You're sleeping with the fucking pigeons tonight.
It was called Pigeon.
Right, exactly.
Nice.
And scene. No, so these are a few of the more reasonable sounding reports, but there are some that are so fucking insane that we just had to give you weirdos a rundown of times when people had a little too much of Chuck's specialty.
I do
that
not
we've talked
share
about.
my specialty.
Oh, but you've given recipes.
I guess I have let the recipes
Just
live.
send an email, weirdcandypodcast@gmail.com.
I'll give you the recipe.
He'll give you the recipe.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Just personal recommendation. This is just me. When I made it, I
lower
did
the
not,
psilocybin content.
I did not put the urine in there. I didn't see any point. He recommended it, and I was like, no, and I thought it was fine.
That was my witch cake recipe.
Oh, right, gotcha.
For the inexperienced, please reduce the amount of psilocybin in this tea.
And we are not condoning anyone to use illegal drugs ever.
It's just mushrooms, man.
All right, fine, whatever. First, we have the tale of an old recluse that lived in the middle of nowhere in British Columbia. This old bastard claimed that he had decided to go to a movie one night, as recluses are known to do.
I don't think that's a thing they do.
And he decided he was going to go see a scary movie. I mean, everybody knows recluses go to the movies to see scary movies. Duh. After he got home, he was on edge from the scariness of the scary movie. It was super scary. When he heard a knock on his door that made him leap from his chair because he was so on edge from the scariness of the scary movie.
I mean, this guy sounds a little overly sensitive. I mean,
Come
okay,
on, have you never been on edge from the scariness of a scary movie?
Not since I was
Because this guy was on edge from the scariness of a scary movie. I'm just saying.
It was scary.
Have you ever seen a scary movie that had you so scared that you were on edge from the scariness of the scary movie?
Not since I was young, I don't think.
I know this one time I saw this movie and it was really scary and I was on edge from the scariness of the scary movie.
Was that yesterday
It was.
when you
last night.
watched that Goosebumps movie?
I was watching Beat Bobby Flay on food.
I thought Bobby Flay was like a turn on for you, not something that scared you.
Shut
I
up,
mean,
he's my man crush. I love you, Bobby Flay.
every time I come in here, you've got Bobby Flay on 17 TVs.
Right? Bottle of lotion, some napkins. What's up? Shut up. You are. As he walked toward the door, he felt a sense of dread, but was also compelled to answer it, as one is when someone knocks. Like when someone knocks on the door, I'm compelled to answer it. It's so
What
weird.
are you gonna do?
But it's usually somebody really super evil, and so like I'm like, fight the compulsion. find it. And then I answer the door, and it's my Uber driver.
Avon salesperson.
Yeah, Avon calling, here's your Big Mac. What the fuck? Oh my God. When he opened the door, he saw what he described as a, quote, 6 foot tall, beautiful teenage girl with beautiful blonde hair. She asked, may I enter the premises? As she looked at him, he noticed that her eyes were completely black.
Black as the night.
So this badass guy screamed like a little girl, slammed the door, grabbed his gun, and sat in a corner until morning. That's probably, I mean, I see a 6 foot tall, quote, beautiful blonde hair girl, a teenage girl at that. I'm gonna be like, ah,
well, first thing I think you would do is ask if she's 18.
No, I wouldn't. No, okay, that sounds all bad, and I fuck you for bringing that up. No, because first thing I would ask would be like, what the fuck you want? Because I just don't give a fuck.
That's usually what I say when people come to my door. I'm like, I don't care.
No, random fucking strange ass girl with black eyes comes over and be like, all right, what the fuck you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, again, are we winning Tom Brady a Super Bowl? Like, I'll kick you through the goalpost. I don't give a fuck.
Damn, you're just ready to kick some shit, huh?
I don't know. There's just something about kicking people. As the sun rose, he went outside and found the word soon carved into his front door. Soon. Now, he never followed up, so maybe they actually fucking ate him or delivered him to the Blizzard Overlords or something. I don't know.
Never said what was happening soon.
Next, we have the one where a random guy, and again, love vague facts. God, I love vague facts.
How do you know his name wasn't Random Guy?
His name was Guy. Oh, that makes sense. He was probably Asian. Was dozing in the spare bed in his infant daughter's room when he heard a loud thump outside. He thought that it was just her stupid cat, but the noises continued. So at some point, he walked into the kitchen and saw 2 little bastards outside that looked to be around 10 or 11 years old. When they knocked on his door, Captain Dumbshit opened the door and said that he was hit with a pungent, moldy smell. That's his words. Yeah.
These dirty little bastards, they smell pungent and moldy.
They smell pungently moldy. So then they looked up at him and asked if they could use his telegraph. He told them that 1895 called and wanted their technology back and slammed the door in their faces.
Wow.
I know, right? Like, that's my kind of guy.
Yeah, I would definitely, I would go with that.
As he went back upstairs and held his daughter, the 2 demon seeds beat on his door and windows for what seemed like hours. This one is probably one of the best/worst ones we found while researching this shit. This next one, dude. On November 19th, 1992.
Anyway, can I do this one?
Oh, you should. You should. Yes.
This is great. All right. This is awesome. All right. So on November 19th, 1992, a man was watching Evil Dead.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Well, Evil Dead 2 is actually better.
Yeah, I prefer to
love both, actually.
I prefer to just leave the first one out. You know, the second one was literally like, it wasn't a sequel.
It was basically like the first one with money.
Right, yeah. I think even Bruce Campbell called it a requel, or it wasn't a sequel. It was just like not necessarily a full reboot. But anyway, that's a tangent.
So he was watching Evil Dead.
He was watching Evil Dead while his wife and children, regular children, not those black-eyed fuckers.
I was going to say, like, he's like, oh, Hetty, you want to take the black-eyed kids upstairs? I'm going to watch some Evil Dead. Everything's perfect tonight.
So his wife and kids are upstairs.
Merry Christmas.
Groovy.
Well, this is what we call pillow talk, baby. And moving on.
Yeah, so his wife and kids were asleep upstairs. Around 1:30 a.m., he decides to turn the TV off and head upstairs himself.
Fair enough, sure.
As he approaches the stairs, he heard a loud pounding on his front door.
Like loud?
Yeah, like loud, like a bam, like loud pounding.
Okay. Like
everything
cops are busting the fucking door.
I saw this story on a couple different sources, and it was always like a loud pounding, or it always referred to it as being like kind of brutal.
I like you guys should have seen it, man. Eventually we will have video, but like Chuck literally like reached over and like showed his bicep to like loud pounding.
Yeah, baby.
That was great. Continue, buddy. Sorry about that.
When he opened the door, he saw a boy and a girl that he said were 8 and 11.
No, okay. Wait a minute. Now, how the fuck did this dipshit know their fucking
Don't
ages?
ask me how the fuck he knew their ages.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
seriously.
I mean, I often see children and go, oh,
Yeah.
8 and 11. Absolutely. No question.
I just know they're 8 and 11. I mean, it would be much more
Maybe he's
much
a
more
fucking
better.
one of the much more better.
It would be better if it said they were between the ages of 7 and 12.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
You know?
Which is how most people describe things, which kind of
The one report I saw on this that said a boy and girl who were 8 and 11 respectively, and I'm like, so he knew that the one was
and he
8.
respected them. I respect your 8-year-old, and I respect your 11. Oh my lord! Please have mercy on us peasants in the fields.
So these kids are standing on his front porch barefoot.
Oh, good, nice. And weren't they in like fucking Michigan or something?
Yeah, supposedly happened in Michigan in the winter.
Get the fuck out of here.
So
No, dude, I'm not buying it.
no shit. It's a bullshit list. A list of bullshit. It's a shit list. So
I mean, you know what? We're just gonna add this to the bullshit list that this
that
story
was
is
my
creating.
point. It's
Yeah.
a bullshit list.
I just started creating a bullshit
Oh
list.
yeah, pull out your pen and pad. Hey, listeners, pull out your pen and pad and take down a list of
Oh,
bullshit.
you're gonna need 2 pieces of paper, front and back. Anyway, moving on.
It doesn't say, but I'm assuming that the kid's asked to use his phone, and he said "Oakley dokley." Just
Fucking
come on in.
Ned Flanders.
I don't know, man. He sounds well. He was watching Evil Dead, so they say, "Can we use your phone, Mister?" And he said,
Oakley, neighbor. and then after he's like, "No." Oh shit.
"Name's
Okay.
Ash, housewares." Sorry, we're still on that.
Yeah. We're
So
not
after-
gonna let that go.
After he let them in,
Did he show him his boomstick?
no, that would be wrong. They're 8 and 11.
I still would show him my boomstick.
Whoa!
It's a shotgun, dickhead. What the fuck's wrong with you?
All right, we're getting. Never mind. Let's move on.
Yes, please.
Okay, after he let them in.
After he left them in.
After he let
he went
them in.
outside. He was like, go upstairs. Wife, kids are upstairs. Just chill.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. After he let them in, he turned and grabbed the phone, but when he turned back to them, they were gone.
Oh, shit. No, dude, don't tell me.
Yeah, at this point,
So my joke about them hanging with the wife and kids is probably
it's probably going badly.
Fuck.
So at this point, he heard a series of screams coming from the bedrooms.
Oh, I fucking knew it.
As he entered his bedroom, he found his wife laying in a pool of blood.
At least she wasn't swimming in it. I'm sorry.
Poor
I'm
pigeon.
sorry. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Rest in peace, pigeon. So he saw his wife lying in a pool of blood and heard the sounds of bones snapping and flesh ripping
What the fuck?
as he
dude?
watched the barefoot, black-eyed children mutilate his wife.
And he didn't do shit.
Apparently frozen in terror.
I mean, I guess I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's hard to like imagine. Like we all like to think we'd play the fucking Bruce Willis,
Hero.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
like Rambo fucking hero. You know what I'm saying?
Hello
and like
Kitty.
jump in action and like Hello Kitty hero. Exactly. We have two different
Ideas of heroes.
hero, but hey, hero's hero. But yeah, I guess unless you're like forced into that situation, it's impossible to say
Know how
you
you're gonna
honestly
react.
would react. Yeah. So
Exactly.
okay. Let's be fair. All right, I'm going to be fair. I apologize.
Before he could act, he
Uh-huh.
saw these children run out of the bedroom.
Wouldn't they have
And-
had to run past him to get out?
I would think so, but
Because he said he's in the doorway and he sees us. He's like, and he freezes, right? Like, and then
That's a
he's like, and
pterodactyl
then
sound.
like he's somebody else. He's like, and they run past him. He's like, instead of reacting at all, he's just
he
like,
just screams. Is this show just devolving into a series of grunts and screeches?
next. Well, I haven't done the fart noises yet, but they're coming.
Oh, okay. But apparently these little bastards, they run past him
Right.
and into his kid's bedroom.
Get the fuck.
They
out,
lock
dude.
the door, and as he beat on the door, he continued to hear those terrible sounds of the bones and the flesh just tearing apart.
Fuck that. No, dude. No.
So helplessly, he's outside of his kid's locked room.
Oh, come on, dude. We've all seen fucking bedroom doors, and I don't care if it's made of solid oak. You could kick through a goddamn door jamb. You know what I'm saying?
I could take a door down pretty easy, but
I thought you were
I'm
gonna
fat.
say you could take a pounding.
No, I could take a door down pretty easy, but I'm fat. I would just go about 10 feet back and run at it, and then
just use either my gut or my head. Either one, it's going through. Right,
Yeah.
I got you, brother.
So I mean, it's horrifying to think that he might.
So this door opens, right?
Yeah,
but it says slowly, right? Isn't that what the story said? It said like the door slowly.
Yes, he's
opens,
out
right?
there trying to
I
get
remember
in.
reading this, I'm just trying to put it together in my head.
He's out there trying to get in, but helplessly he just can't.
Right.
So eventually the door just creaks open.
I just picture this dude just being like fucking one of the nerds from Revenge of the Nerds.
Booger.
Like, I can't get through the door. I don't know. That's not fair. Man, I just know my kids are ever like in harm's way. Or
He's
danger or
definitely
anything,
no
like,
Bruce Campball.
Right.
Bruce Campbell's
right.
my man
He would have
crush.
fucking blown the door handle off with this boomstick, which is a shotgun, Chuck.
Okay. Bruce Campbell's my man crush anyway. So
what happened?
So the door slowly creaks open.
And they were having
and
a disco party.
No.
Oh.
They had mutilated his kids and they were standing there covered in blood.
No. See, if this was there's no way, dude. This dude just fucking murdered his wife and kids, and he's like, "It was the black children." I swear.
Exactly. My thoughts on this one: if
I don't buy it,
if there's any truth in this story, the truth is
this motherfucker murdered his family and blamed it on.
That's what I'm saying.
Possessed ass kids. Yeah, no way.
No, if there's truth in the story, it's that his family was murdered.
And everything else is a lie because he
to
was
cover up the story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Yeah,
because this one, I mean, while I love the thought of these black-eyed children,
there's no fucking way, dude. There's no way. I'm telling
thinking,
you, I can get through a door, even if it's supernaturally glued. Well, I'll just fucking, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll get through that door.
Glue remover.
Swear.
Well, you
could actually use canola oil.
Yeah. My thoughts are he murdered his family and blamed it on them, or never happened.
Exactly. It's just a creepypasta kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Man, and see, that's what fucks me up because, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of these fucking reports. Most of them read a lot like those last few that we just covered, or a lot like those first few that we mentioned, in the beginning. I totally understand why this is one of the scariest phenomena out there. When we think of children, we think of innocence and purity. So the idea that not all children fit this ideology is so fucking disturbing. While it is probably that most of these tales are nothing more than some random people that think that they have what it takes to write novels or movies, I actually think that some of these seem at least kind of legit. Now, do I believe that people are seeing alien demon hybrid babies? Not so much. But do I believe that people are seeing something? Abso-fucking-lutely. I agree that the human imagination is amazing, but sometimes truth is really stranger than fiction. Maybe the next time I hear someone randomly knocking on my door in the middle of the night, I'll just roll over and pull the covers just a little bit tighter. Remember, an open mind leads to endless possibilities. Join us next time for another piece of weird candy.